Hi everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of The Roundabout. I'm your host, Katiuska Guzman, and this week I'm joined by Kelsey Carter, our special guest host, Mason Mills, and Nadia Cruz. Today, we'll get college students' opinions on the impact of art and music courses and whether they should be cut out of elementary and high school classes. After that, Kelsey will sit down with both the lead singer and lead guitarist from the band Morningside Lane, which will be followed by a live in-studio performance of their song Killer off their new full-length album Bloodlines. But first, let's jump right into our hot topics. Okay, you guys are ready for this?
Ready.
Go for it.
So I was online and I'm scrolling online and I'm like, there's so many people that are famous off of being like online celebrities. Like, for example, Alex from Target, where the girl just tweeted a picture of this cute little boy. And then suddenly he's like the hottest thing in America.
Yeah.
Then there's Daniel, and he got like a lifetime of Vans, a modeling contract, and his friend who kept saying, damn Daniel, he got a surfboard with damn Daniel on it. So like, what do you guys think about just basically overnight celebrities?
I love it. I think it's the new, I don't know, you know, with the internet and social media, it's just the new thing. And I think if you have something, like a it thing, it's gonna blow up.
But I don't know if he really had an it thing. He just had nice shoes. I mean,
He's a
I think
model now.
He is. I mean, I think it's harmless. I don't see anything wrong with it. I do get a little bit irritated after like 2 straight weeks of hearing people, damn Daniel, down the hallway. But
well, it's not damn Daniel, it's damn Daniel.
See?
Again with
Damn,
the what?
Nadia.
We do. I've been trying to tell you ladies, let's do something so I can get famous. But I love it. They actually have like 12 apps dedicated to Damn Daniel.
12 apps.
And there is an actual app. I saw it on the Apple Store. It has a 4.5 rating, and you can like jump over things and unlock things so you can get like new outfits. So he can buy more Vans on the app. People love it.
Okay, but do you think that takes away from people having like talent?
No, I think it's creating a new lane.
I think it takes away from like the art of like, there's some of us that go to school here for theater and comedy, and it's like, what's the point of going through all this struggle and all these theater and comedy classes if like the next person's gonna be like, damn Daniel, and done.
Maybe you're not a genius. But speaking about online success, what do you think about all of this online dating success? Like, I tried an app and it was very overwhelming for me. I don't like it. I'd rather meet people at a bar.
Right.
Have you ever gone on an online date?
I have not. I know I'm going to step on some toes, but I think just online dating is kind of lazy. I think maintaining or at least starting a relationship should require more effort and something I can't do like on the toilet.
There is effort. You have to swipe left or right.
Oh, goodness.
That's
a
Tinder.
lot of effort.
That's a
Or
hookup one.
soul swipe is swipe left or right.
Right.
Too.
Human interaction. I mean,
I feel like it depends. Like me,
I
I'm
would agree.
for online dating, but it's not for me. I'm very social. I go places. I meet people no matter where I am. But I have a cousin and a best friend that are not as social. They get on and they meet people and they go on dates. Some work, some don't. I think it's the new, you know.
Well, I don't know. With all that catfishing happening, I don't know whose picture I'm looking at online.
True.
But I'm willing to give it a try. I'm not even going to lie. I do want to try and see where it goes.
So I got a funny story for you guys. My friend and I were hanging out at his house and we started talking about music, and then he sat up and said, Alexa, play me some Red Hot Chili Peppers. And then the music started playing and it freaked me out. And it's actually from the new Amazon Echo. It's like this speaker it's the newest thing. You can do it, get it to order you pizza, reserve an Uber, check the weather, control your lights in your house. I'm not sure if that's too much technology or that's just the direction we're going. What do you guys think?
I actually, at first, I was like, that's weird. I'm very old school. I like to do things. I like to call my own Uber. I like to order my own pizza. But when the lady was cooking in the commercial and she said, how many eggs do I need in this recipe? I said, oh no. I need Alexa.
It reminds me of like iRobot, where the robots take over.
Right.
Like, I'm not for it. I think it is very lazy. I'm sorry. It's lazy and I don't want it.
But I honestly don't think that it's lazy. I think it just gives you more access to more things that you want. Like, for example, I am a very huge pizza lover. If I want to take a shower and say, Alexa, order me a pizza, I'll be in the shower. And then when I hear the doorbell, I'm out of the shower.
No, you know what it reminds me of? Like the human interaction just falling apart. Which reminds me of Chick-fil-A. Did you guys hear what happened at Chick-fil-A?
No.
So they have this thing called the coop. Go figure, right? The coop. And you go in and you put your cell phone in the coop, like, you know, your table of 4 or 5, whatever. And if you don't touch the phone, you get free ice cream. Now, I get it, because it's like, all right, talk to each other.
Right.
But some people are like, phone in a coop? Why do I have to do that? Right, so what do you think since you had your hand up?
I love it.
No.
I think that sometimes I go out with certain friends and I don't get to talk to them because they're always on their phone. Now, I love my phone, but that should be something you do on the subway when
you're
there's
by
nobody
yourself,
to talk to.
I agree with
And you
Nadia.
get free ice cream. I like ice cream.
I get the incentive, but what makes me upset is that we have to have something in order to get people to put their phones down.
Yeah.
But if that's what we got to do, then that's, you know, I think it's a good idea.
I refuse. I'm gonna buy my own ice cream and I'm gonna pick up my phone and I'm gonna text any one of you to get me out of a Chick-fil-A date. So we're gonna take a short break, and when we come back, we'll hear whether William Patterson students think that music and art classes should be cut from the curriculum. Stay with us.
Here at WPTV, we put the funk back in college television. Hey, wait a minute. There's no funk in college television.
Welcome back to The Roundabout. I'm Katiuska Guzman. Our producers went around campus to get students' opinions on cutting art and music classes from elementary and high schools. Let's hear what they had to say.
Not at all. I think that's the absolute wrong way to go against it. I think it just takes that one class that could give people their imaginative, creative outlet and just takes it away from them. That is totally wrong.
I actually don't, because I'm a music minor, and in high school I did a lot of, I was in the chamber chorus and I did a lot of singing, productions and things of that nature as well. So I don't think they should be cut.
Art and music are underrated necessities in society today. I understand that like education is mainly like math and science and all that stuff, but art provides a different array of insight and inspiration to those of today.
Personally, I believe that, you know, everyone has their own interests, of course, in art and music. However, I believe, me personally, I feel as if those courses can be, the money spent for those courses can be used on something much more beneficial for students.
I took them all the way up through high school. I was a very musical person. I think it's allowed me to have that creative outlet. So when there's something that, say, math maybe can't fix, maybe playing that song will fix.
I did. Elementary school I did, high school I did, and I'm going to take one over the summer actually this year.
In elementary school and in high school, I was in art and music courses.
Yeah, because I'm actually a singer. I've been on stage since I was 3, and so I've always been connected to art in any way, shape, or form really in my whole life. So, and it was a passion of mine, and still is to this day. So I feel like, yeah, it has changed my life a lot.
Well, definitely. There were definitely leadership positions that I had as an officer, marching bands, and all that stuff. So it shows you leadership and how to like control more than just yourself.
I believe they helped me out somehow, but I definitely do feel like as if things could have been used on other things as far as my courses.
I actually do think they helped me, because my passion for music is so strong, and it actually gave me something to really look forward to and to really actually love in high school, and so it really did it helped me a lot.
So now that we've heard a couple of different opinions, I think that they should just cut it if it's not in the budget.
You know what they should cut? Women's sports.
I'm
just saying.
I think that for me, it was such a big part of my childhood to be in music class. I was in the choir, I was in art, I learned Roy G. Biv. I wouldn't know that if it wasn't because of art class. I don't know.
You would know it because in science class they teach you about rainbows.
And who was
and
paying
light.
attention in science class?
Rainbows and light.
The rainbows and the light and the spectrum.
Right. It really makes me sad that that's always the default thing to go, because for me, growing up, I had a very rich art department and music department, and that's what I did. I did the jazz band, I did a little bit of and that was a reason that I liked going to school. And to take that away, it just, I don't know, it kind of ruins it.
Yeah,
for
I don't
me.
think it's fair. I think they can come up with something better, or because, I don't know, like, we're communication
I think
majors.
it's very
so
important, especially like I come from an inner city, and I think it allows you to appreciate art and music where otherwise you wouldn't appreciate it. No one in the streets, no one at home is talking to you about art and music, and I think it's very important. I have a great appreciation for jazz, and I think that it has a lot to do with learning music in school.
Well, contrary to that, I wasn't in an inner city school, but I was part of a, school system. But I also feel like if they don't have the cutting of the art and music programs, then there aren't schools that are focused on just art and music. Like, for example, like Juilliard, for example, if every school had, specialty schools, and like as a comm major myself, if there was like a specialty school for like communications, it would be awesome, even if it wasn't.
I mean, I don't mean to cut you off, but Juilliard, you have to get into that school.
Right, and
so
also,
what if you can't get into that school?
Public schools is where those kids find the passion to go to those things. You know, I'm not seeing a second grader who knows that he's passionate for jazz going into Juilliard. He's going to find that out in 5th, 6th grade by doing those things. And
when
also,
he has the exposure to it.
Exactly. And I think that I get it's a money issue. I get it. But I don't think they should be set on the finances. They should be focused on the academics. I did a little digging, and students, especially in inner cities, are 3 times more likely to pursue and earn a bachelor's degree if they participated in the arts. So the grades are going to take a hit as well if we cut these things.
Well, speaking of cutting, it's time for another break. But when we come back, Kelsey would sit down with Morningside Lane Band members John Kahn and Mark Del Judas to talk about their music and how they balance school, work, and touring. Stay tuned.
You have a clip from here it is.
They are the best in the business, and they are here to break down this week in sports. Wyatt, we'll start with you.
Acting? That was more like poo. I said it.
Welcome back to the Roundabout. I'm Kelsey Carter, and today I'm joined by 2 members of the band Morningside Lane, lead singer Mark Del Judas and lead guitarist John Kahn. They've toured the US, the UK, Canada, and have been nominated for 2 Asbury Music Awards for Best Music Video and Best Pop Rock Band. Hey guys, thanks for coming.
Thanks for having us.
So, how did you guys meet?
Well, I mean, our mothers were friends, were childhood friends.
Oh, okay.
Since they were born. So then, you know, through that.
Instant connection.
Just we are forever.
So what influences your music the most?
Everybody has different kind of, inspirations. Like him, he's more.
I'm more into like a pop punk type of music.
Okay.
He's into more like old school, so like soul music,
Yeah, I
James
like
Brown.
Exactly. I like a lot of soul. I like a lot of classic rock. Yeah.
So because you guys have different tastes and different influences, what genre of music do you consider your band?
We just talked about this the other day.
Yeah.
So, well, I think the best way to describe our music is it's Americana punk.
Oh, okay.
So you have that Americana feel, and then you got that punk edge to it, you know?
Okay.
It gives it more of a kick. It's more,
And also for a different audience.
Yeah.
Well, or I should say
Yeah.
a wider audience
Yeah.
than just labeling yourself as one.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So do you guys write your own songs or together? Is there a writer or?
No, we write together for the most part. We I'll write down I'll start with like lyrics, kind of ideas, and then we kind of will rehearse at our drummer's house, and then we kind of just I'll show them whatever I've been kind of cooking up in my head, and then kind of just comes all together. Then somebody else writes a part, and then a song. There's no right way of doing it.
It's a weird process.
What happens if someone doesn't like something? Do you vote it out? Do you?
I'm glad that we're talking about that because if somebody doesn't like it, we'll try to come at it from like a different angle, kind of switch it up a little bit.
Like compromise,
exactly.
so everyone's happy.
Exactly, yeah.
So is it hard working in a group? Because I feel like, groups are so, it's like there's a lead and then everyone else. So is it difficult being together?
Definitely not.
I feel like what it is just everyone needs to be respectful of each other and know their place. It's literally what it is. You just have to know your place and know what you stand for in the band. Sometimes you'll shine more than the other person, and you just got to compromise with each other and trust each other.
Exactly.
That's what we do. So
yeah, it's probably easy for you guys because you grew
It's
up
yeah,
together.
Exactly.
It's easy.
And what about the other ones?
Oh, the other ones, our bass player Jake and our drummer Ori. Ori's pretty new. He came in after the UK tour. He came in, and we know that if we want things to go well, and if we want to keep this going, we gotta compromise, no matter what.
Exactly. For your new member, did you have auditions, or did he just come on? How did that work?
Well, pretty much what it was is just after the UK, we were looking for a new drummer. Yeah. So even when we were in the UK, I was posting online about we need a new drummer, etc. And Ori reached out to us, was really into the music, and we said, hey, when we get back, we're gonna meet up, come to a show, see us live, and see how it is. Came to a show, saw us live, was the nicest guy ever. So we said, you know what, let's give this guy a shot, and he's been killing it.
And the chemistry was good.
Yeah.
It just worked out.
Yeah, been killing it.
Lately, the chemistry's been a lot better because we had some lineup changes since a couple years back, and then we finally have the chemistry that we were looking for.
That's great. He's like the missing piece.
Yeah.
Now, how do you guys balance everything? School, work, the band, being all over the world?
You plan around things.
You gotta plan. This is what we love. This is what we do. This is our first. This is our first our first priority, and you gotta kind of work around whatever you're doing to survive.
Yeah.
Whatever you're doing to survive right now, you gotta kind of work around that. You
now,
gotta
is this
once again.
your guys' first band, or is this like the first child?
Us, yeah. Him and we start we started it, and then we kind of just went with it, and
It's a sentimental project.
Yeah.
It's close to your heart.
It grew.
It's like we learned how to be in a band together.
Right.
And that kind of doesn't really go away. That first time of feeling that I'm being in a band with your friends.
Right.
Yeah.
It's probably I don't know, I feel like I would cry all the time, like a good cry.
No.
You know what I mean?
It's a certain type of connection that you can't feel anywhere else,
Definitely.
and it's really unique. So it's really where we want to do.
So how was it being on tour?
It's a process, preparing for it. But when you're actually out there, you have this thing of freedom. You have this feeling of freedom. You don't have to wait. You don't have to wake up for your job or anything you hate. You kind of just take it. You kind of take it as it comes as the day goes on, and to me that's fun. That's always fun.
What's the craziest thing that happened on tour? It has to be some good
any tour.
Anything, something that sticks out that's just I'll never forget that.
All right, so okay, I'll tell you. When we went to the UK, the first day, we get the van. We don't know how to drive stick.
Oh.
Okay. And we pick it up, and the guys are like, "Yeah, guys, you're gonna be fine. Go out, yeah." And I'm like, he's like, "You just gotta practice it a little bit." I'm like, "All right." So I'm driving. I'm stalling. We get to the hotel, and I'm like, "Guys, we need a driver. Yeah. We need a driver. We need to pay for him.
Yeah.
Because this is not gonna work out."
Yeah.
So we're posting all night, trying to relate. We're so jet lagged. We're posting online, trying to find somebody. Finally found now our good friend. His name's Adam Bilboa. He does tour management for the Front Bottoms.
Okay.
And he offered to help us, and So the whole tour, we were just sneaking him in everywhere.
And it was cool because he was in the game, you know? He literally, like, when we met him, like, he's like, I just came off, like, a tour right now. I'm like, what? You don't need a break or anything?
He walked to us.
He's just ready to go.
Yeah, he walked to us.
Yeah,
it was crazy.
It was crazy.
So that's crazy because I feel like if it was me trying to drive a stick, I'd just go on Google, like, how to drive a stick.
No, because we were in London.
Oh, yeah, true.
London is like 10 times worse than New York.
Oh, I don't
in my
wanna
opinion.
know.
In my opinion, I could be wrong, but I don't know.
It's true.
So are you guys working on anything new right now?
Yes, we are. We're working on our first full-length EP.
Okay.
LP.
LP.
Yeah, I'm so used to saying EP because the past
All he releases
5
EPs.
years it's just
Yeah,
been
everything
EPs.
is EP first, right? And
Yeah.
then
We actually, the last EP we recorded was in the UK.
Okay.
And came out in October. Late October. And so the EP before that was just a few months before that. And so was the other EP. So I'm like, all right, so we decided to kind of like give those a little breathing room and kind of come up with our first full length. And that's pretty exciting. That's like the biggest thing a musician can do, is a full length album.
Well, I will be definitely on the lookout for that. It's time for another break. But when we come back, John and Mark will be joined by their drummer, Ori Yakutio, and bassist Jake Dylan Donofrio for a live in-studio performance of their new song, Killer. Stay tuned.
The greatest minds in science have been working tirelessly week after week using the most cutting-edge 21st century technology to perfect the greatest college TV station known to man. And today, they present their latest creation, WPTV. Ooh, anybody got any glue?
Welcome back to the Roundabout. From their new soon-to-be-released album, Bloodlines, here's Morningside Lane performing their song, Killer.
This town ain't big enough to get exactly what you want. My feelings raw, but my skin's so cold. And indecision's making me feel less like a man. Mama, can you see your entire bloodline bows down to the stations of the cross? Don't sit there saying that you know me well. Mama, you did this all to yourself. Take my grave, drag me on, sing me a song. Sooner or later, it all comes down to the way you see your fate. So pop it tonight, rest your eyes and your mind. I'm coming on, but just a little bit stronger, you see. Moving on up to the east side, standing our ground. We'll keep on telling, we'll finally have a piece of the pie. It's a style that will maintain. So tell me, who are you? Don't sit there saying that you know me well. Mama, you did this all to yourself. Take my grave, drag me on, sing me a song. Sooner or later, it all comes down to the
Be sure to check out Morningside Lane's Facebook page for upcoming shows and keep an eye out for their new full-length album when it's released later this year. That wraps up this week's episode. I want to thank Morningside Lane as well as our special guest host, Mason Mills, and all of our crew. Join us next week for The Roundabout.